super easy questions that came in CAT. So before we start, I request everyone to please mark your presence. Be quick. So this session will help us to understand what in actual comes in CAT. So this will be the reality of CAT. So please be quick and mark your presence. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, guys, I am Ajay Sareen. I am a 100 percentiler in Quant and DI section of CAT. It's been more than 16 years of teaching. Students for various competitive exams like CAT, GMAT, GRE, right? So let's talk about, if you guys enjoy the session, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to Gradeup official channel for CAT and other MBA exam preparation. So let's talk about question number 1. Here he says the number of distinct real roots of the equation. So this is one question we did in our school time. All right. So in this case, we will put x plus 1 upon x as y. So it can be rewritten as y square minus 3y plus 2 equals 0. So this is the quadratic equation we need to solve by splitting middle term, which can be rewritten as y square minus y minus 2y plus 2 equals 0. So when we take y common here and minus 2 common over there, it becomes y minus 2 into y minus 1 equals 0. So the value of y comes out to be 1 or 2. Now y was nothing but x plus 1 upon x, which is either 1 or 2. So there are two equations we need to solve. So one of the equation will be x plus 1 upon x equal 1, and other equation is x plus 1 upon x equal 2. So if we cross multiply here, it gives me x square plus 1 equal x, or in this case x square plus 1 equal 2x. So this gives us x square minus x plus 1 equals 0, and this gives us x square minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Right, so we need to solve this these set of equations to find number of distinct real roots of the equation. So in this case, if I put x equal to, like in this case, if I consider it, it is a perfect square, which is x minus 1 whole square equals 0. So x comes out to be 1. In this case, the product is 1. So we need to break middle term, which we cannot. So let's study discriminant of this. So discriminant of this equation comes out to be b square, which is 1, minus 4ac, which is minus 3. If discriminant is negative, it means this equation will yield only and only complex roots and not real roots. So no solution out of this and exactly one solution out of this. So the number of distinct real roots of the equation comes out to be 1. So this is one way of solving this entire question. If you know a bit about x plus 1 upon x, when x is positive, right, the minimum value of x plus 1 upon x is 2, which means 1 can never be its value. So technically speaking, we were not required to solve equation like this. And if x plus 1 upon x is 2, there is only and only one solution. Please always keep in mind, when x is 1, only then it will be 2 equal to 2. So again, we were not required to solve it like this, right? So if you can memorize these values, job becomes even easier. Just by solving this much, we can say that 1 is not possible, 2 is possible if and only if x is 1. So there is only one real root of this particular equation. Right, Prabhu. So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Right, so let's move on. In second, he says, in the final examination, Bishnu scored 52% and Asha scored 64%. So we are not given maximum marks. So let's assume maximum marks of the paper are 1000. As we can see, the values are pretty large. So let's assume maximum marks to be 1000x. He says Bishnu scored 52%, which is 520x. Asha scored 64%, which is 640x. The marks scored by Bishnu is 23 less and that by Asha is 34 more than the marks obtained by Ramesh. So we are talking about the marks of Ramesh, right? So Bishnu scored 23 less than Ramesh, which means this 520x is 23 less than Ramesh. So can I say the marks of Ramesh must be 520x plus 23? Or it is given to me that by Asha is 34 more than the marks obtained by Ramesh. So this value is 34 more than this. So we can say this is equivalent to 640x minus 34. Now we can solve these equations for the value of x. So difference of these two comes out to be 120x, which equals 34 plus 23, which is 57. So the value of x comes out to be 57 upon 120. So 3 get cancelled out here. 3 1s are 3, 3 9s are 27, 3 4s are 12 followed by 0. Which gives me maximum marks of the paper are 1000 into 19 by 40. So he says the marks scored by Geeta, who scored 84% is. Alright. So we are required marks scored by Geeta, who scored 84% of maximum marks, which is 84 upon 100 into the maximum marks, which are now 1000 into 19 by 40. So these two zeros get cancelled out. This 1 0 get cancelled out. 4 got cancelled out here by 21. So required answer is 21 into 19, which comes out to be 399. So the correct answer option was 399. So this is a very standard question that we always discuss in our classes. All right, so please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Okay. Prabhu, is it done? Pratik? So here it says if ABC are non-zero and 14 raised to power A equal 36 raised to power B equal 84 raised to power C, then we are required to find value of 6B into 1 upon C minus 1 upon A. So as ABC are non-zero and these three are given to me equal, so what I am doing is I am equating these two at a time and then these two at a time, right? So I am bringing A on this side, so it becomes 14 equals 36 raised to power B upon A. So likewise I am bringing C on this side, so it gives me 84 is equivalent to 36 raised to power B upon C. Now this 36 can be rewritten as power of 6. Right, so can I say this is nothing but 6 raised to power 2B upon A, and this is 6 raised to power 2B upon C. On dividing these two, we will get 84 upon 14, which comes out to be 6, equals 6 raised to power 2B upon C minus 2B upon A, because when base is same, powers will be subtracted. So that's why I subtracted the powers here. Now, when base is same, powers can be equal. So the power 2 into, so I am taking 2B common, 2B into 1 upon C minus 1 upon A comes out to be 1. As we were required the value of 6B, we just need to multiply both sides by 3. So finally answer comes out to be 3. A very standard and easy question. So please guys check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. So we all need to understand that they are the type of questions that appears in exam. And our preparation should be in sync with the same, that the moment we see these kind of values, it should be very, very clear that how such a question is to be solved. Okay, so here it says a person invested a certain amount of money at 10% annual interest compounded half yearly. And after 1.5 years, the interest and principal together became 18,552. So amount given to me is 18,552. Rate of interest given to me is 10% and period is 1.5 years. So the only thing required is the formula of compound interest when it is compounded half yearly. So it equals P into 1 plus R by 2 upon 100 whole raised to power 2t. So it was a very basic formula driven question. We just need to put the values in the formula and job them. So A is 18,552. So 1 plus R by 2. So R by 2 will be half of 10, which is 5. And 5 upon 100 is 0.05. So 1.05 raised to power 2t. So double of 1.5 will be 3. And in the question, we are required to find the value of P, which comes out to be 18,552 upon 1.05 whole cube. Now guys, in order to solve it, we should not waste our time in cancelling out the values, because in exam calculator is available. So the only thing required was to put these values in the calculator to find final answer. I hope the message is clear, guys. Is it done? So on simplification, answer comes out to be around 16,000. So please do not waste your time in exam when you come across such a calculation and when values are also given to you, right? Here it says how many of the integers 1 to 3 shown up to 120 are divisible by none of these. So what I was required effectively to find all the numbers which are divisible by them. So number of multiples of 2 or 5 or 7 are equivalent to number of multiples of 2 plus number of multiples of 5 plus number of multiples of 7 minus number of multiples of 2 and 5, then 5 and 7, and then 2 and 7. All three will be counted. Number of multiples of 2 and 5, number of multiples of 5 and 7, number of multiples of 7 and 2. And then finally we need to add number of multiples of 2 and 5 and 7. In order to find number of multiples of 2, it will be 120 divided by 2, which comes out to be 60. Number of multiples of 5 will be 120 divided by 5, which is 24. And number of multiples of 7 will be 120 divided by 7. So which comes out to be 7 ones are 7, leftover is 50, 7 sevens are 49. Minus it will be number of multiples of 2 and 5. So 2 and 5 means LCM of 2 and 5, which is 10. So multiples of 10 will be 120 upon 10, which are 12. 5 and 7 means 35. Right? So 35 into 2 is 70. Into 4 will be 140. So into 3 only we will go, which is 105. So there are 3 multiples of 35. 7 and 2 means 14. So 120 divided by 14 is required here. Right? So we can say it is as good as 2 get cancelled out. Then it is 60 by 7. And 7 8s are 56. So 8 multiples are there. Plus it will be multiples of 2, 5 and 7, which is effectively LCM of 2, 5, 7, which is 70. Alright, so there is only one such value that will satisfy. So we need to add them. So 7 plus 4, 11. 6, 7, 8, 9 plus a carry of 1 makes it 10. Minus 12 plus 8, 20 plus 3, 23 plus 1. So 101 plus 1 is 102. Minus 23 are the multiples of 2, 5 and 2 or 5 or 7. So 12 minus 3 is 9. and 9 minus 2 is 7. These 79 values should be subtracted out of 120, which are the total number of numbers, and rest of the numbers are not divisible by any of these three. So it comes out to be 41. So C is the correct answer option in this case. So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear. Arpan, is it done? Okay, so let's move on. Here it says, let A, B, and C be three positive integers such that the sum of A and the mean of B and C. So mean of B and C is B plus C divided by 2 is 5. In addition, the sum of B and the mean of A and C comes out to be 7. Then in the question he is asking the sum of A and B. In order to solve it, let's simplify rather these equations. So multiply throughout by 2 and multiply here again by 2. So it becomes 2A plus B plus C equal 5, equal 10 rather. 5 into 2, 10. In second case, it becomes A plus 2B plus C equals 7 into 2, which is 14. Alright, so given to me is A, B, and C are three positive integers. Now by solving these two equations, we have to find sum of A and B. So if I add these two equations, C is not getting cancelled out. Alright. So in order to find equation dependent on A and B only, so we need to subtract these two equations such that C get cancelled out. So second equation minus first equation gives me B minus A, which is equivalent to 4. So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear. Thank you. Thank you. So please check it out. I hope it is clear. So difference of these two comes out to be 4. Now we are required sum. Right. So if I put this particular value, right, so let's say if we convert these two equations to lesser variables, if I take B equal to A plus 4 and put it in either of the two equations, so B is A plus 4, which gives me 3A plus C equals 6, right? And here in this case, if I put B equal to A plus 4, again the very same equation will get generated. So we have to find value of A and B such that C is also a positive number, because given to me is A, B, and C all are three positive integers. They cannot be in decimals. So if B minus A is 4 and 3A plus C equals 6, so let's try to figure out integral solutions of this equation. Right, so if I take A as 1, C comes out to be 6 minus 3, which is 3. If I take A as 2, 3 into 2 is 6, so C comes out to be 0. If I will increase the value of A, C comes out to be negative. So any of these cannot be 0 or negative. This equation gives me only one solution of A as 1 and C as 3. So if A is 1, the only possible value of B will be 5. So the sum of these two comes out to be 6. So the correct answer option is B. So please check it out. A very easy question, but it involves a bit of reasoning because the values are not given to me straight away. We have to form the values by using the concept of finding natural number integral solution or positive integral solution. Okay. Another very easy question, let k be a constant. The equations kx plus y equal to 3 and 4x plus ky equal to 4 have a unique solution if and only if. So if you remember, the condition for unique solution is a1 upon a2 should not be equivalent to b1 upon b2. So here a1 is k, a2 is 4, so k by 4 should not be equivalent to b1 is 1, and here it is k, which gives me k square should not be equal to 4. So when we take square root, it gives me k is not equal to plus minus 2, which is as good as mod k not equal to 2. So the correct answer in this case comes out to be C. So please everyone check this out. So there are three properties, three types of solution that exist for given two linear equations, either unique solution or no solution or infinitely many. In this question, we were required the condition to find unique solution. Here it says a contractor agreed to construct a 6-kilometer road in 200 days. He employed 140 persons for the work. After 60 days, so when they have worked for 60 days, he realized only 1.5 kilometer of the road has been completed. How many additional people are required to employ in order to finish the work exactly on time? So he was expecting to complete the work in 200 days. 60 days are over, leftover days are 140. Total road to be built is 6 kilometer, out of which 1.5 kilometer of the job is done. Leftover road is 4.5 kilometer. And now we are required the number of people required to make this much of road in 140 days. So these type of questions are based on the concept of unitary method. So this 140, so I am taking this 140 only, should be multiplied with, if you want to complete your work in more number of days, we are required lesser people. So we will multiply it by a fraction which is less than 1. Because the work is increasing, so people are to be increased. So this should be multiplied by a value which is more than 1, which is 4.5 upon 1.5. So this get cancelled out. 1.5 into 3 get cancelled out. 60 into 3 comes out to be 180 people are now required. But question says how many additional people would he need? So initially there are 140. Now need is of 180. So 40 more people are required to finish the work exactly on time. So please check it out, guys. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Nahi Utsav. Yes, Arpan, tell me. You can ask any question, tell me. Utsav, if you come across any wrong question in the exam, उसके marks किसी को भी नहीं मिलते. Okay. So here the question is based on log, and the very basic property that we are going to use here is, if it is log a raised to power b to the base c raised to power d, the power here of a will come in the numerator outside, and power here of c comes here in the denominator outside, and it becomes log a to the base c. So other property that we are going to use is log a to the base a equal 1. So my numerator will remain the same, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Here the denominator will be, this 4 can be written as 2 square, right? So the 2 in the power comes outside, and log 2 to the base 2 will be 1. So I am using both the formulas simultaneously, so it results in only and only 2 square, which is 4. Now this 8 is 2 cube and 4 is 2 square. 3 and 2 will come outside, right? And log 2 to the base 2 is again 1. So results in 3 cube, which is 27 upon 2 cube, which is 8. Now this 16 is 2 raised to power 4, 8 is 2 cube, 4 by 3 will come outside. So 4 raised to power 4, I am going to write as 16 into 16, and denominator will be 3 raised to power 4, which is 81. So 4 get cancelled out here, 16 get cancelled out here, 8 2s are 16 get cancelled out here, 27 into 3 is 81, that get cancelled out, and this 8 into 3 will go to the numerator, so that answer comes out to be 24. Yes सरपन, दिया था कैट, बोलो. I hope it is clear. Okay, so here it says how many a comma b pairs a comma b of positive integers are there such that a less than equal to b and product of a and b is 4 raised to power 2017. So this 4 is 2 square, so it can be written as 2 raised to power 4034. And the number of ways in which given number can be expressed as a product of two numbers is always equivalent to total number of factors, which is 4035 plus 1 divided by 2. So on solving this, answer comes out to be 2018, and we discussed this question couple of days ago also in my class of factors. I told you Arpan to call me. तुमने कॉल ही नहीं किया. कल भी तुमसे बात हुई है इसी चीज को लेके. ये चीजें ऐसे नहीं हो पाएंगी डिस्कस. You need to call me once. Right, Arpan? Yes, yes, a lot of courses are going on. Those who still have not joined our official Telegram group, please join it and spread the group among your friends also, so that all your queries can be answered. Right? Please join the group. Sobhan, please share the link again so that everyone can join. It is although just shared in the group. नहीं अर्पण, कल परसों बात हुई है तुमसे इसी चीज को लेके यार. I remember it and I told you to call me. आई थिंक परसों बात हुई थी तुमसे इस चीज को लेके शायद. कॉल कर लो यार, बिंदास कॉल करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. राइट, ज्वाइन टेलीग्राम. yes, yes, I teach in Gradeup only, यार, that's why I am here. So we all are a team. हम सभी क्लासेस लेते रहते हैं, पूरा दिन क्लासेस लेते हैं यार. yes, yes, yes. Good evening Priya, good evening. Right, so just join the Telegram group. मंजूषा, तुम्हें भी मैंने कल बोला था कॉल कर लो, करते नहीं हो ना. कर लो, अभी कर लेना. एट अराउंड 5:45 क्लास ओवर हो जाएगा, कर लेना. 5:45 क्लास ओवर हो जाएगा, कर लेना. प्रतीक, see, it's better to discuss all these things personally over the phone, because these are individual specific talks. ठीक है, ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल स्पेसिफिक टॉक्स हैं. ये चीजें मैं वैसे डिस्कस करता रहता हूँ कि क्यों नहीं होते क्वेश्चन सॉल्व. राइट, सो मेरे को कर लेना यार कॉल, कभी भी कॉल कर लो. अभी अराउंड 5:40 तक फ्री हो जाएंगे, थोड़े से क्वेश्चंस और बचे हैं. यू कैन कॉल मी, क्योंकि ये चीजें डिस्कस करेंगे ना यार, तभी तभी इसका रिजल्ट आएगा. अगर हम ये सोचें कि तुम मेरे से यहाँ पर क्वेश्चंस पुटअप करो और मैं बोलता रहूँ, तुम मेरा रिस्पॉन्स नहीं दे पाओगे बात का. सो इट इज अ टू वे कम्युनिकेशन. इट्स बेटर टू टॉक ओवर द फोन. टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे आ जाओ सभी, एंड टेलीग्राम पे यू जस्ट नीड टू सर्च माय नेम अजय सरीन and contact me over Telegram. Right, so let's continue. Is it done, Arpan? So YouTube स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जो टेलीग्राम ग्रुप का लिंक है उसे पिन कर दिया गया है. प्लीज click the link and join the group. Okay, so this is another question from TST. A and B are two railway stations 90 km apart. A train leaves A at 9 a.m. heading towards B at a speed of 40 km per hour. Another train leaves B at 10:30 a.m. heading towards A at a speed of 20 km per hour. The trains meet each other at. So this question has appeared in CAT many a times, right? Many a times. So in order to solve it, we just need to consider one part. This train started at 9. This will start at 10:30. From 9 to 10:30 in 1.5 hours, distance covered by this train will be 40 plus 20, which is 60 kilometers. At 10:30, this train will be here moving at a speed of 40 km per hour. Now the distance between these two trains is 90 minus 60, which is 30. Because both the trains are moving right now, so the concept of a relative speed comes into picture. So time taken by them after 10:30 to meet each other will be distance divided by relative speed, which comes out to be 30 upon 60, which is half of an hour, which is equivalent to 30 minutes. So 10:30 के बाद 30 more minutes they will take, so we'll meet at 11 a.m. So guys, please check it out. I hope this is also clear to each one of you. Manjusha, Pratik, is it done? Okay, so let's move on. So this question is based on series. X1 given to me is -1. Xm equal xm plus 1 plus m plus 1 for every positive integer m. And we are required value of x100. So whenever you see such a question, we need to observe pattern of the given series. And here it will go like this. I am writing this equation as xm plus 1 equals xm minus m plus 1. So x1 given to me is -1, x2 when we are required, I will put m equal to 1. So this will be x1, which is -1 minus 1 plus 1, 2. So -1 minus 2, which comes out to be a total of -3. When I will put x as 2, I will get x3. So it is x2, which is -3 minus 2 minus 1, which adds up to minus of 6. When I will take x4, it comes out to be minus x minus 3 minus 1, which is equivalent to -10. So these four terms are sufficient to define the series. All terms are negative, but I am just writing them in positive values. So negative will be taken care of. So this is x1, x2, x3, x4, and we are required value of x100. It is one of the very common series. Here this 3 is 1 plus 2, this 6 is 1 plus 2 plus 3, this 10 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So can I say guys, x100 must be 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to 100 ka sum. And to find the sum, we have discussed the formula of summation n, which is n into n plus 1 by 2. And here n is 100 into 101 by 2, which comes out to be 50, 50. Right? Because all the terms were negative, so sum must be negative. So the correct answer option is C. Because the left wala train traveled for 1.5 hours. Okay, let's do 11th again. पहले 12th देख लो एक बार, because I just read your messages. पहले एक बार 12th देख लो, फिर 11th पे दोबारा चले जाएंगे. प्रतीक 12th क्लियर है? चौधरी साहब देख लो 12th क्लियर है? MBCH इज इट डन? 12th देख लो, क्लियर है सभी को? Okay, then let's move on to 11th. In 11th, this train started at 9. This train will start at 10:30. So the concept of relative speed can be applied if and only if both the objects are moving. So from 9 to 10:30, this is the only train that is moving. तो मैंने पहले देख लिया 1.5 आवर्स में ये कहाँ तक पहुंचेगी. At the speed of 40, distance covered is speed into time. So 40 into 1.5 comes out to be 60. So that's why it covered 60 kilometer, and at 10:30 the distance between them will be 90 minus 60, which is 30. And at 10:30, because both of them are moving, so time taken by them to meet after 10:30 will be distance between them divided by relative speed. So when both the trains are moving in opposite direction, speeds are to be added. अब देख लो क्लियर है सभी को. अगर कुछ डाउट है प्लीज लेट मी नो. 11th देख लो क्लियर है. Pratik, is it done? Okay, so let's move on. In 13th, it says how many integers in the set have at least one digit repeated. So 100 से लेके 999 तक, all are 3-digit numbers which are 900 in number. I will subtract those numbers wherein no digit is repeated, right? In order to do that calculation, I need to find all 3-digit numbers which are made up of 0 to 9 without repetition. So at this place, 0 cannot come. So I